so difficult and challenging, I think, for all of us to come out of that reactive stance, especially with what's happened to the world. You mentioned that mindfulness has a role to play in moving from the reactive to the proactive, and then also uh, a role to play perhaps in the taking of a fresh approach of utilizing this crisis as an opportunity to rethink the paradigm of work, to think of what a workplace can mean and how we do it. Can you
Mhm.
say a little bit more about that? What role do you think mindfulness plays in that? How has that been in your own experience as an individual practicing mindfulness, but also as an organization?
Absolutely. Each individual is different, and each individual has their own emotional defaults that can be challenging in their life. Just on a personal level, for me, it's fear. And when something that you think is stable and sure gets taken away, it can be really tempting to focus on the black hole that you perceive in place of what used to be your assurance. And when you overfocus on that, that can trigger more and more fearful questions, and it's so much more than just the health issues. What's going to, happen to our economy? Will I ever have a family reunion again? What will happen to my job and my employer? Some of us are very extroverted. I miss lunches with my colleagues. Will I ever get that back? I don't have a home office, whatever that is, even some of the political turmoil, where so many people in our country think the other half of the country is their enemy. That's been very sad and heavy and has torn families apart. That's something people are dealing with. So for me personally, it has been about, the feel, hold, look, to acknowledge the difficulty of the situation, not to ignore it because that will just eat away at you, to acknowledge what's going on and how it's making you feel, and let yourself acknowledge those emotions. But then to also take that pause, take that time for clear seeing, and to look at the situation and say, I'm not going to let my life or my career revolve around these black holes of uncertainty. What I'm going to do is define my values and my priorities and fill those holes of uncertainty with those. Because even if I don't know all the details of how the uncertainty will work out, if I'm focused on what's important to me, those black holes will somehow be filled with something related to that. And then I know it'll be okay, even if I don't know every detail.